Why are you on the front row?
Where's Mel? I've got your blood pressure in my bag. I'll give it to you after. I'll give it to you after. And that's the bit. Okay, alright, that's the bit by the body.
So when I tried to tell the story, everyone just
Can I have this? It's easy. Thanks. Hello. We're Group B, and today we're going to be doing. Oh wow, the camera right in my face. We're going to be showing you what we're doing in our seminars, and we've been studying mainly the act of defamiliarisation. Now, this, as I'm sure you all know, being excellent students, is the abandoning of conventions of theatre to create fresh and new theatre. And we've been focusing in particular on two specific practitioners. We've got Mr. Peter Brook and most recently Miss Joan Littlewood. So, yeah. Well, why are you sat on the front row?
right?
Mel, I've got your blood pressure in my bag. What do you want to talk to this? I don't want to sit here.
Emma Broom, sit next to me.
Okay, what to? Yeah, no, I'm starting to do this little section. Which I'm really happy about. Oh, right, because I'm going to find it really hard. Oh, sorry.
I can have a seat.
Oh yeah, by all means.
Hello! We're Group B, and we're going to be talking to you about what we've been doing in our seminars, particularly. The camera's right in my face, madam. In our seminars, we've been studying the art of defamiliarisation, which is the abandoning of conventions in theatre to create new and fresh performances. So, in our seminars, we've been focusing in particular on the work of two specific practitioners, Mr. Peter Brook, and most recently, Miss Joan Littlewood. Okay. So that exercise, that, as well as making everyone feel uncomfortable, is also the point of it was to make everyone take note of the dynamic of a certain group and to create an ensemble. So as we were doing it, we did it last week in our seminar, and it was really difficult, we thought, because it felt really difficult to recreate. As you can attest, it felt really static and scripted. So it's more about being aware of everybody else, the group dynamic, and creating an ensemble. So, defamiliarisation, as we've already said, the abandoning of conventions in theatre to create something new and fresh, and something which is approaching something from a different perspective. So, for instance, Peter Brook thought that Shakespeare was the person who portrayed the truth of the human nature most correctly. So, instead of, the typical theatrical Shakespearean convention that everybody thinks, oh, I'm doing Shakespeare, I should stand like this and deliver my speech back there. He wanted it to be fresh and different and using new media and that sort of thing. So, Peter Brook centred his productions around circus training and acrobatics and everything, which made it really fresh and really exciting. So, we're going to show you today some of the different techniques we've been studying and ways in which we've been putting his work into practice. So we're going to start with Mr. Hitt.
Okay, Mr. Hitt is an exercise that we did in our first class, and it's basically an exercise which helps you to get to know who you're working with. And it also requires you to think quick on your feet, and you have to be quick to react, and you have to know what's coming next. And that's also good for improvisation. It's good for any performance, and generally good for directors as well. So I'll have a go at explaining it. It's a bit difficult. At first we took about 3 turns before we understood how it worked. Basically, you start by saying your names. So we'll go around in a circle. Demi, you start.
Sophie.
Say your own
No.
name. In that case, Demi would have been out. But Demi.
Jade.
Ellie.
Joe.
Abby. Karen.
Sophie.
Alice. Myra. Jason.
Stuart.
Emma. Becky.
Demi.
Okay, you start the game with one person shouting someone else's name. If it's your name that gets shouted, you tap somebody else. Generally, people tap the people next to them because it's a natural reaction, but you can kind of spice it up a little bit and make it a bit more tricky by going across the circle, because it kind of takes the concentration away from people in the group. The catch is, if you are called and you hit someone when you shouldn't, you're out. If you, sorry, told you it was difficult. If you say someone's name when you should hit somebody else, then you're also out. If you're slow to react, then you're out. Or if you just say something that's not even relevant to the game, which does happen, then you're out. Hopefully you'll kind of get the hang of it as we go along, but we'll show you an example of it. So, Debbie, do you want to start?
Sophie.
Demi. Abby.
No.
Oh, okay. Joe.
Out.
Stuart. Karen.
Yeah.
I just assume we're not very good at it. Alice.
Stuart.
Myra.
Joe. Stuart.
Oh.
Joe.
Myra.
Demi.
Okay, Karen.
Sophie. No, she's not here.
Jessie.
The
Joe. Karen.
Jessie.
Jade. Karen. Joe.
Oh, can't tap the person who's called your name.
Well done. Okay, so we think that exercise is very useful, especially for getting to know who you're working with. Also, it's an icebreaker, getting ready for you all to kind of react with each other. And also it's an energiser, which is nice to do on a Wednesday morning when everyone's hungover. But yeah, we're going to get some of you to come up and have a go. Does anyone want to volunteer? If not, we will pick.
Let's see who wants to.
I think Casey Breeden wants to as well.
I go up.
Sophie, come on.
Sophie.
Come on. Done that, you get.
Alright then.
Should we try to introduce her again? Someone's joining in.
Welcome people.
Come on, Amy. Hi. Missy Hill wants to come. Can I get through here? Sorry. Sorry, look them in the eyes.
Cheers, bud.
It's not hard. So if your name is said, you tap someone, and if someone says your name, if someone taps you, you say a name. Yeah. If someone says your name, you can tap someone. Do you want to go with the same name?
Yeah.
Demi.
Amy.
Melissa.
TJ. Matt. Casey.
Sophie.
What about the
Second name.
And 2 Sophies.
I'll be coordinated.
Dave Cox.
Dave Cox.
Can you repeat that? That's fine.
Where did we get to? Alice.
Marie.
Is anyone doing Mr. Hit? Should I do Mr. Hit?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Cox and Mr. Hit.
So I start.
Yeah.
Melissa.
Sophie.
Cox. TJ.
Alice.